in true Toprah style, decided to do the following on CBS Evening News. It's supposed to be the most full of gravitas broadcast in any network's daytime lineup. Here it is, SOT 22.
If your family is anything like mine with kids and working parents, it's often the grandparents, in our case grandmas, like my mom Gail, who keep everything from falling apart. But does chasing around toddlers or teenagers take a toll on the grandparents themselves? Well, a new study of grandparents finds that quite the opposite. Grandparents who take care of grandkids actually score better on tests of memory and language and decline more slowly than grandparents who do not. I called my own mom for reaction. So, Mom, are you surprised by that finding?
No, not at all. I find that they give me like a sense of purpose. They energize me more than drive me down.
Something magical happens when a parent becomes a grandparent. And to think, the next time I call my mom for help with the kids, I can use a line she used on me as a kid. It's for your own good, Mom. I love you.
Okay, I'm humiliated by him. I can't. This is literally shit that Oprah would do. Like, this is fine if you're on cable news in the middle of the day, you're on broadcast news in the morning, you want to do the soft, I can relate. This is fucking evening news on CBS, where you need to be able to be taken seriously on matters like Syria and Ukraine and nukes and Russia. And no one gives a shit about your mommy. They're desperate to try to humanize him without realizing that what the evening news anchor needs is credibility and gravitas, neither of which Toprah Dokoupil has at all. They don't need to work on feminizing this guy. Trust me, he's got that. They need to work in a different lane, but they're too stupid over at CBS because they have somebody running the organization who doesn't know shit about broadcasting. I'm sorry, she's never worked in television, so they are applying the wrong cure to the problem.
I am obsessed with the CBS Evening News right now because it's become a Saturday Night Live sketch in real time of like depicting, like the sketch would basically be somebody who thinks that they can do a better job than the old guard comes in and starts, messing with the formula and gets it completely wrong. That's kind of what you see happening. Like the other night they did a softer story on like a robotic hand, and it was incredibly funny because it was just like, this is what the average American will find very entertaining. We have a robotic hand here. It'll be lots of fun. It'll get the remote from between the couch cushions. Yeah, and the other thing that's funny to me about Dokoupil being humanized is that it implies he's seen as superhuman in some way, like Walter Cronkite was. And it's like, dude, nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. Like, we believe you are human. Trust us. We saw you reading prompter on the first night.
Exactly. We know. And you don't have to prove to us that you love your mommy. I mean, honestly, this is such a naked grab of attention. Like, please, I love my mom, so please love me. Again, if he wanted to do this in his role as the CBS morning guy, fine. Actually, that's the kind of weird shit they do in morning television and daytime television. But this is evening news. This is so inappropriate, and it will not work. Here's another one. It's all about Toprah. It's just in case you thought you were watching the news to get the news, you're not. It's all about him. SOT 21.
That is another day in America, the end of our second week live from America. What a privilege it's been to hear directly from so many of you, to hear what matters in your life as we reported on the ground on immigration, opioids, inequality, and so much more. And we put some of your big questions in front of this country's biggest leaders, mayors, governors, senators, even the president of the United States himself. Look for us again next month out somewhere in the country, and Monday from New York. But good night for now. I'm going to talk to these steel workers. You want to trade jobs? Yeah. This one's not as easy as it looks. I've been learning that. Thanks for the hospitality, guys. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. And this is all wonderful. I'm going to pick out my new refrigerator here. Which one's good?
Oh, my God. He actually told steel workers that his multi-million-dollar gig was not, quote, as easy as it looks, and spent the last bit of his broadcast, you only get 22 minutes, talking about what he had done his first 2 weeks, who he had talked to, and how hard it is. How hard. He's got a team of wardrobe people, hair people, makeup people, producers everywhere who do all the work at the network, especially CBS, not him. And honestly, there were many snafus. He embarrassed himself repeatedly. He put out the crying video. He made a fool of himself. And then he wants like empathy from the audience that it's a really tough job, and makes a joke to actual tough guys, steelworkers, about how this job's not as easy as it looked. Like, I'm sorry, but he's making a fool of himself.
And on air, he didn't even say it privately. Not only did he think it, but he said it on air, which is a next level Tony Dokoupil move. That has got to be one of my all-time favorite Dokoupilisms. And, you know, they're already, just a few weeks into this. Apparently the reporting is that they think they can do idea-type scoops. And so that's why you're seeing them start to try to handhold the audience more and more as to, like, what the big picture story is, what this all means. And he does that constantly, even though nobody cares. They're trying to have it both ways, to please the linear audience while also pleasing the online audience and going viral, which again, it's really, I don't know how you could possibly do that, let alone with Ron Burgundy, Tony Dokoupil.
I know, not to mention Barry trying to run a television network by telling them, we've got to find the wave and ride it. Okay, I'm sure they found that super inspirational and directional in terms of where you're going next. Good luck. A new year means new financial goals, like making sure your savings are secure and diversified. Will this be the year you decide to talk to someone from Birch Gold Group? They use an educational approach with a deep understanding of macroeconomics. There are forces pushing the dollar lower and gold higher, which is why they believe every American should own physical gold. So until January 30th, if you're a first-time gold buyer, Birch Gold is offering a rebate of up to $10,000 on qualifying purchases. To claim eligibility and start the process, just text MK to the number 989898. Birch Gold can help you roll an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and you are still eligible for a rebate of up to $10,000. Consider making right now your first time to buy gold and take advantage of a rebate up to $10,000 when you buy by January 30th. Text MK to the number 989898. Claim your eligibility today. Again, just text MK to the number 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.